Meat Commodities 3, where we discuss lamb, oget, and mutton. And we'll talk about what is the lamb, oget, mutton, the qualities, and also the various cuts of the lamb. Today in our class, we are going to be talking on another aspect of food commodities, which is offal, which means the intestine of what? Beef, pork, or anyone you can call the animals. We are going to be discussing on stripe, suet, oste, the liver, the kidney, and we're also going to talk about what they are. That's one. And we are going to be discussing on the method of cooking it, which is method of preparing this offal.
Offal. What is offal? Offal is a name given to the edible parts taken from the internal organs of what? Animals. So what are we trying to say by this? The edible parts of the internal organs of animals, not the meat to be precise. Remember we said in our last class that meat is what? The flesh of animals. So today we are not talking about the flesh. We are talking about the internal organs, the edible part that we eat. They are generally termed what? Offals. That's the name of them generally. They are termed what? Offals. And we have different examples of what? Offals, as you can see in this words image. And that will bring us to the preservation of offals. Offals are very perishable and therefore immediate cooking should be given to them. Also, they can be refrigerated under hygienic conditions at a temperature of 1 degree Celsius and a relative humidity of 90% for up to 7 days. Meaning you can refrigerate them in terms of preservation and you can store them. If there's no refrigerator for preservation, the best you can do is to cook them. That's why I said they are very perishable, so immediate cooking should be given to them, except you can freeze them and put them in the refrigerator. And that will bring us to the examples of offal. We have liver, we have the kidney, the brains there, oste, which is also known as cow tail. We have the heart, we have tripe, which we know to be shaki. We have tongue, we have the head, cow head, we have sweet bread, and we have what? Suet. So we are going to be discussing on each of them. Many of us we are familiar with cow tongue, we see it in the market. We see liver, we see kidney, we see oste, which is also cow tail. We see tripe, which they commonly call shaki, and we see what? Cow head. Even suet, we see, but we don't know what is that. That is what? Suet, and that's the purpose of this lesson. So let's continue. Liver. Liver is one of the most richest sources of iron. It's one of the most richest sources of iron. So if you need iron, the best offal that can give you iron is what? Liver. Lamb's liver and beef liver are also what? Eaten, and they are the ones that are commonly eaten compared to what? Pork. Pork has a better and a stronger taste, but is not popular. Many people don't consume it as the way they consume lamb and what? Beef. And in terms of cooking, you can grill liver or what? You can braise what? Liver. As you can see, the image is an image of what? Liver of a beef. Now bring us to the next, kidney. Kidney are the most tender internal organs. They can be grilled. Pork and beef kidney are tougher and need to be cooked for a long time. Yeah, we are talking about what that of a pork and a beef. The kidney of a pork and beef, they are tougher, so you need to cook them long. And you can also what braise them. And we are going to be discussing on the method of cooking, so you understand what we mean by braise, grate, and boil, etc. So this is an image of the kidney of a what of a beef. Like we said, that of pork and beef are tougher, and we need to cook them for a long time. Tripe is the stomach lining or white muzzle of beef cattle. Yeah, many of us, when we get to the market or when we follow our moms to the market, we see this offal, this image on the table, and we ask the market woman, they will tell you it's called shaki, but the right word for it is what? Tripe. The right word for it is what? Tripe. And this is what? The stomach lining. Yeah, the stomach lining. It looks as if it's like sponge. That's how it looks. The stomach what? Lining. And you can cook them by boiling them or by what? Braising them. You can cook them by boiling them or by what? Braising them. And we have the oxtail, which is also known as what? Cow tail. It is also known as what? Cow tail, as you can see in the image. So somebody referred only to the tail of what? And ox. That's where the oxtail is coming from. But now you can call a cow tail what and what also what tail also. Oxtail should be lean with no sign of stickiness. They are usually braised or used for soup. What do we mean by lean? I remember in our last class we talked about lean meat, which means the meat that has little or no fat. As you can see in this image, there's little amount of fat. We have just the red part, which is the lean meat, and the middle white one, which is the what? The bone, which is the skeletal tail bone. We said in terms of cooking, you can braise it or what? You can use it for soup. Many times our parents love using meat for what? Soup, cow tail. Put it in soup. And that will bring us to suet. Suet is raw beef or molten fat, especially the hard fat found around the lungs and what? Kidney. Yeah, you can see this image. What this thing in the image is called is what? Suet. We see they call it fat in the market, but the right pronunciation and the right name for it is what? It's suet. It's just fat. It's white in nature. Everything about it is what? It's fat. It's fat, and the name is what? Suet. And we said it's found around the lungs and what? Around the what? The kidneys. And that will bring us to sweet bread. Sweet bread comprised of the throat, the gullet, the neck, etc. These are the what? Thymus gland of young beef, lamb, and pork. So the throat aspect of the animals, they are called what? Sweet bread. Here we have the gullet, we have the neck, we have what? etc. They are all called what? Sweet bread. So that's the name for the offal, because we are talking about the internal organs, not the beef now, not the bone. So as you can see the image, that's made of the truth and what? The sweet bread of what? Of the lamb and the beef and what? Of pork. They are usually soaked before being fried. So method of preparing them is that you soak them before you what? You fry them. Method of cooking offal. They are boiling, grilling, steaming, and braising. We are going to be discussing on some of the methods. Braising. Braising is a combination of stewing and pot roasting. Like it's in between stewing and what? Pot roasting. How is that possible? The offal is first cooked at a high temperature in the oven. Then you transfer it to a pot and put a little amount of liquid. In a low temperature, you continue cooking it. That's why I said it's the combination of stewing and pot roasting. You cook it in high temperature in the oven, then you transfer it to a pot, add water, and you continue cooking at a low temperature. So that's what we mean by what? Braising of offal or braising of meat. You can also braise your meat. Then broiling. Broiling is cooking by direct heat, and the meat is cooked one side at a time. So broiling means cooking of meat by direct heat. You heat it directly. So when one side is already cooked, you turn the other side to face the heat and to start heating it. It uses direct heat, as you can see in the image. Grilling is a quick method of cooking because it is done at high heat. There is minimal loss of juice and nutrients, and the meat needs little additional fat, which makes it a healthy way to cook offal. What do I mean by this? You add a little fat to it in the process, and by so doing, the loss of nutrients is minimal, and it's very quick. The method is quick, as you can see in the image. So it's high heat, and you just add a little fat and you cook it, as you can see in this image. Boiling, like we all know, and it's common. Boiling involves cooking the offal in sufficient amount of liquid, depending on the amount of offal you purchase. This might be water or stock. What do I mean by stock? Yeah, when you start adding your spice, mangi, that, it's not stock water. You can use it, or you can use just plain water to boil your meat. Boiling helps to break down the tough fibers in the offal and the meat, and it's suitable and cheaper. Yeah, you don't waste time. It doesn't waste time, and it's suitable, and it helps to break down the tough fibers in the meat and the offal. You can also boil your offal. What we've learned about offal, knowing the fact that they are the edible parts of the internal organs of animals, and we talk about tripe. The sweat is there, the sweet bread is there, the liver is there, the kidney is there, and we talk about the various methods on how to cook it, that you can steam them, you can boil them, you can brew them, you can braise them, you can grill them, you can stew them, depending on what you can even fry them, depending on how you want it to be prepared. So see you in our next class. Bye.